The question is that grievance has been noted, and I call the honourable member for Goldstein.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker, and as always it's a great pleasure to be able to get up in this debate and to talk about the issues that affect the Goldstein community. But sometimes it's also an opportunity to pay honour to those who serve in our community and have made a wonderful contribution to our community, to our state and ultimately to our nation. And while it is now some time past, it's important to acknowledge those wonderful citizens who, of course, had a cause for celebration on Queen's birthday. And no, I'm not talking about the thousands of Australians who get excited about the Queen's birthday. I think you might be one of them, Deputy Speaker. All those thousands of Australians, or even retiring members, all those thousands of people who get enthusiastic about the opportunity to get a free picture of Her Majesty from electorate offices across the country. But, of course, those people who are excited about the Queen's Birthday honours, Queen's Birthday this year, in 2018, because they were part of the honours program and have been recognised for their incredible community service. And in Goldstein, with a community of people who care and support each other, and a community of people who come together and support each other for contribution to their community, to their state and to their nation, there were plenty of recipients, Deputy Speaker, and they deserve their full acknowledgement, and I want to congratulate them, like Mrs Catherine Harvey-Williams from Brighton East for her significant service to netball as a player, national captain, coach, commentator, board member and players advocate. And one of the things we are very proud of in our Goldstein community is the number not just of opportunities for women to play sport, but particularly our incredible netball teams, of which we need more investment in local support and facilities. Mrs Sarah Shirley Glance from Brighton for service to the community, including as co-chair of the Bayside Polio Support Group for more than 10 years and president of the National Council of Jewish Women Australia, Victoria. And, Deputy Speaker, that is another thing we are very proud of in our Goldstein community, is the incredible contribution of the Jewish community as the electorate with the third largest Jewish community in the nation. To my good friend, Ian Robert Mentz from Brighton, congratulate him for his service to the Brighton community, including as the former president of that stoic organisation, the Brighton Rotary Club, as a former board member of Mayflower Brighton, the former president of the Les Twentyman Foundation, and of course, as a long-term member and yes, supporter of the Liberal Party in Brighton. Ian, we want to say thank you so much for everything you do and congratulations on your Australia Day honour. To Mr Peter Winholtz OAM from Brighton East for service to the Jewish community of Victoria, including as former Victorian State Director of the Jewish National Fund of Australia. To Ms Alison Nacelle OAM from Sandringham for service to the film and television industry as a writer and producer with credits including Janice, Blue Healers, Curtion, Ocean Girl, Healing and many more. And I know you, Deputy Speaker, are a fan of some of those programs as well. So it shows you the power of what people can do with their creative capacity and even inspire people over in WA. To Mr Neil Raymond Edwards AM from Sandringham for significant service to business and commerce through corporate governance and leadership roles in the public and private sectors, including as the Secretary of the Victorian Department of State and Regional Development, Executive Chairman, Port of Melbourne Corporation, the CEO of the Chifley Business School, CEO of TVET Australia and a former Chairman of the Air Services Board of Training, the Defence Science and Technology Organisation, the Victorian Regional Channels Authority, the Mission to Seafarers Victoria and the Port of Melbourne Corporation. That's an incredible list of achievement. Congratulations to you, Neil. To Mr Ralph Davidson Butcher OAM, Sandringham, for service to the community through a range of organisations, including as the member of Legacy Melbourne, Bayside and co-founder of the Beaumaris Legacy Widows Club and as former president and current member of the Probus Club of Beaumaris. Ralph will celebrate his 100th birthday or has celebrated his 100th birthday only a couple of months ago. Congratulations to you, Ralph, on your incredible achievements and congratulations also on receiving your letter from the Queen. Mr Robert Kinslide Crawford OAM from Hampton for service to the performing and visual arts and as an author, including as the City of Melbourne Superintendent of Arts from 1972 to 1987, and organiser of the Free Entertainment in the Parks program, and writer for television, and founder of and co-proprietor of Planet Records. Congratulations to you, Robert. To Mr. Michael Stefanovic, AM from Hampton, for significant service to international relations in senior investigative roles with the United Nations and the World Bank. To Mr. Robert John Bob Skilton, OAM, from Bentley, for service to the Australian Rules football as a triple Brownlow medalist, 25 times Victorian representative from the South Melbourne champion, as well as a former board member and supporter of the Melbourne Leukaemia Foundation, Corporate Relations Ambassador, the Royal Children's Hospital Foundation Victoria, the patron of Sporting Chance Foundation, and the Honorary Ambassador for the E.J. Whitten Prostate Cancer Foundation. Congratulations to you, Bob. You're a champion. To Mr. Leonard Judah Yaff from OAM from Caulfield South for his service to the Jewish community of Melbourne, including volunteer service to the Melbourne Hebrew Congregation, the Victorian Association of Jewish Ex-Servicemen, and Meals on Wheels, as well as Montefiore Homes. To Pamela Rose Christensen, OAM from Caulfield South, for a service to the community of Caulfield, including as a volunteer, the Elderly Persons Register, Glenira Police Station, a volunteer guide, Ripponlea House and Gardens, the National Trust Victoria, the founder and organiser of Elsternwick Ladies Probus Club, past board member and Sunday school teacher at St Andrew's Presbyterian Church, Caulfield, and the former board member of Caulfield Park Sports Club. To Mrs. Beverly Dawn Brown, OAM, from Blackrock, for her service to animal welfare and the rescue and extended rehabilitation of injured grey-headed flying foxes. And Deputy Speaker, I've got to say that I have a particular fond affection for Bev. She caught a flying fox, a grey-haired flying fox, shortly after, or sorry, I should say, saved a grey-haired flying fox shortly after I met her for the first time, and she was very kind and named it Tim. Oh, I know, the member for Indi shows affection, but it's very... And look, you know, I'm not going to try it. Tim was very cute, Deputy Speaker. I went and visited him at Bev's home in Blackrock before he was released, and he seemed to be on the way to rehabilitation, and I'm very proud to say that Bev has not just since rehabilitated Tim, but has also let him loose onto the world, and hopefully he has a very successful and happy life hereafter. And finally, to Mr. Robert Murray Smith, OAM from Beaumaris, for his service to scientific research and development and to manufacturing sector, including as a proprietor of Goldpeg International, which undertook the design and commercial production and distribution of the Rototherm continuous cooking system. That's what we have in the Goldstein community, Deputy Speaker. Innovators, community contributors, people who make an incredible contribution to this community, to our state and our nation. And we are so proud of every single one of them, as well as those who continue to do work volunteer-based without any expectation of thanks in return. So today is our day to turn around to you and say thank you for everything you have done, and we are very proud of the contribution you are making to our community. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.